Hey everybody, Brian from Snowwalker Outdoors. It's been a long time, and I had a gentleman who's been a subscriber for a while actually ask if I'd do a couple of update videos on some older videos that I have done. So I figure, 13, 14 years I've been doing this, 15 years I think. I'm gonna. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna run with it. Today we're gonna talk about one of the kits that I used to employ. It was a scout kit. It was really a scaled down kit. It was done with a haversack. And, as evolution comes around, we always go and we do more of our, gear sorting and different things. So today we are going to talk about a new scout kit that I roll with a lumbar pack that I've actually been using for a long time. They don't even make this pack anymore. That's what we're going to talk about today on Snowwalker Outdoors. Stick with me. Get out of here. Go. Mouth. Let's. So the updated scout kit that we're going to be talking about today is in here. I'm going to pull the items out in no particular order. Again, I always tell people, take what you need, what you want, and what's going to work for you and your system, whatever it may be that you come up with. So this is a Mountain Smith day pack. It's a lumbar pack that was made by Mountain Smith years ago. This one's probably 1990, I think, when I bought this. And I've been using it all the time in the Adirondacks. It's usually what I used to roll with. I did day hikes and everything else. So you could use it as a day pack. You could use it as just a scouting pack. And let's go through everything that's in it. So it has a front pocket here for immediate things that we can grab. And I'm going to take everything out. We'll lay it out and we'll discuss, obviously. Hey, watch the camera. Different things that we have. So on and so forth. So in that front main pocket, the only thing that I carry in there, and again, this is in no particular order, it's just what I carry, and I have it in there. It's a small enough pack. I'm not fishing around for things. I know where they are, and I can get to them. So, in this bag, in this Ziploc bag, we have our condiment bag for while we're out doing our little scouting mission. So I got some peanuts, I got a Cliff Bar in there. There's some tea, there's some sugar, there's probably an instant coffee or two in there. There's some peanut butter, there's an electrolyte replenishment powder. Just enough for me to spend the day doing what I need to do and, be happy while I'm doing it. I still am a proponent of carrying my 55-gallon drum liners. So there's one drum liner in there. I've also been using heat sheets. They were the AMK heat sheets for the longest time, and then SOL, I believe, took them over. So it's the SOL heat sheet. If you've seen any of my videos for any length of time, these are my favorite space blankets to use. So I have a signal mirror in there as well in its case. There's a spool of bank line and jute twine here, small roll of duct tape, and this is my water prep kit that I put together based on a company's kit that's out there. I'm not spending the money when I can make something cheaper. We'll put this back in. I'll pull out what's in the main compartment and go from there. Now we'll move into the main pocket. Take everything out and I'll show you what we got in there as well. Alright, so in the main pocket basically, this is everything else that's actually in the kit. So let's actually start up on here. So we have our water bottle, which is our Nalgene bottle here. Yes, it's plastic. I don't really care. I survived long ago without having a stainless steel water bottle. I have them. Do I use them? Of course I use them. Not all the time. I've actually just really gone back to just using plastic for weight-wise. So next to that right here, we have our small first aid kit. It's more a scrape kit than anything. You're not going to render serious first aid with that kit. It's for cuts, scrapes, abrasions, headaches, stomach, things of that nature. You also have a Fresnel lens in there as well. There's the ultralight cook kit. We have that in there as well. To the right of that, you'll see that there is a base plate compass. There is a whistle that is attached to that. It's a Fox 40. There's a lanyard. That lanyard there I'll use to actually adjust and clip my knife onto it if I want to wear my knife around my neck, or if I'm in colder climes, I could take that lanyard, I could put it around my water bottle. I tuck my water bottle inside my coat, my jacket, my anorak, my insulation, and it keeps it from icing up. The knife that you see here is nothing more than a Mora companion. Now around that sheath, what I've done is I've taken some Ranger bands that I've cut from bicycle inner tubes, because I'm not paying that hippie survival gear company $5 for rubber bands that you can go to a bicycle shop and cut your own from. So I got that. I have some extra duct tape, and there is bank line that's wrapped around it as well. Next to that is a Coughlin's saw, and that little saw right there does just as good a job as any saw in a Swiss Army knife or a Leatherman. So yeah, and it was pretty cheap. So it's just a dedicated small little saw. And that comes in really great if you find a nice little place where you want to put a hunting stand and you want to make sure that your shooting lanes are nice and clear. You can use that if you wanted to. I could add a set of clippers and then put them in there as well. Right here is the obligatory fire kit. Okay, we have our matches, we have our ferrocerium rod, we have our trusty Bic lighter. Of course, I have a Bic in my pocket at all times. Usually it's attached to some type of lip balm that has a wax consistency in it, and I can use that as a fire starter as well. Right there, that alone right there is a small little fire kit that you carry in your pocket all the time. Moving across this way, a small headlamp. It's got all the bells and whistles, okay? It's got 3 different modes of brightness. It has red lights, it has little green lights, it's got strobe light, blinky, 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 right? So I got all the bells and whistles. I'm not sold on these new headlamps that are rechargeable. I still like batteries. But okay, whatever. Is what it is. Next to it is a Asylum stick with some paracord attached to it to make a buzzsaw if I need it. As far as for included in the 55-gallon drum lighters for shelter and things, as well as the heat sheet. I put a neck warmer in there. That's from that phony ass survival show. Only I don't get the little pretty colored ones. I get the merino wool ones, and that's what I will use for my neck, for my head, in case I get a little colder. If it starts to get really cold, then I'll throw a wool hat in. You know, I'm a fan of the Sherpa hat, so I will get those and I will put one of those in if I'm not wearing it to begin with. Here we have a cotton bandana. We all know the uses for the cotton bandana. Mine doesn't have to be green, nor does it have to be orange. Again, I use what I use, period. We have an SOL. This is one of their smaller bivvies. I can climb right in there. What I would normally do is, if I really needed to, I would climb in the bivvy. Then I would climb in a 55-gallon drum liner that has been filled with leaves, and I would have double my insulation again, and I'd probably be pretty good. And again, I have enough stuff where I can make a reflector fire with the heat sheets that I have as well. Last but not least, is my version of the Mors Kohansky survival scarf. When I trained with Mors, we had a long discussion about it. We talked all different things while we were up there. That other guy is not the only guy to make those, so just so as you know. And that is pretty much it. Okay, so in the end, have I addressed everything that we actually need while we're out there? Sure. Is it overkill? Nah, I don't think so. Could I roll with less? Yeah, absolutely, I could roll with less. Could I roll with more? Sure, I could roll with more. Once again, we come into this conundrum where there's so many of these celebrities out there that tell you this is what you have to have, and you're just gonna die if you don't have it out there. And it's ridiculous. It's silly. Pick what works for you, find what works for you, and use it. And if you're worried about a logo from a dude and buy his gear that comes from China, if it makes you happy, by all means do it. But I'm not going to be a poster child for these people. I didn't do it when I worked there. No, I didn't do it when I worked there. So, anyway, thanks for the views in the comments. Again, use your brain, get outside, pick what works for you, and don't worry about the other guy. So, Brian from Snowwalker Outdoors, get outside. What you got? What did you steal? You steal that? You stole that from inside. That's supposed to be inside. Get out of here, go. Out. That's another thing too. I know how to train dogs. That other clown doesn't.